stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Utes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The LSU Tigers offense will get first crack at it today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
We're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Power football with the run. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So the Utah Utes offense will try to get something going with their first possession.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get them on the ground quickly.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Bray. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Andrews. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll leave it with him. Spins away from the defense. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Thomas looking to fire. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Utes will punt this one away. all the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room. It's Durham. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on! Is working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come.
Got it in the middle, it's Hill. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Gets the back moving. Looking for a crease. It's Durham. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Shoots it to the left. Picked off to stop the threat.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Thomas back to pass. Plucks it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Caught over the middle. It's Jennings. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Gonna swing it on second down. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Gives it on the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The Utes are threatening on first and goal. On the move, it's Glover. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He'll pitch it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to the back. He breaks a tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They are executing beautifully.
And the Utes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. There he goes. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Safe completion on the screen. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Caught near the sticks, it's Anderson. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. He unleashes a long one. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Tosses it incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
To the air, it's Van Buren. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? The defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
A 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
Might as well give it to him again. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quickly complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Thomas looking to fire. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They kick it away on 4th down. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Right back to the well. Got enough for the 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. On the ground, it's Durham. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabbed behind the line, it's Durham. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Baton Rouge. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been getting rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very 1st drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tough slanting in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. The Utes will send out the punt unit. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And they swarm him under.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Watkins. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fires to the big fella. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game.
Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over North Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Takes the handoff, it's Glover. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lost one down the sideline. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watched the film. They watched this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. Here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They go to the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Thomas back to pass. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Green. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Quick strike complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Berry. And he'll be brought down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense needed.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. To the ground with the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. They'll move the tight end. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Thomas looking to fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Running back searching for a hole. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Utes will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive at that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. The handoff keep working on that clock. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
The Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnovers.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. The give to the back. Spins away from the defender. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
On third down, he drops the throw. Bring in the heat.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destructing. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Back has it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line. How about that? You got the lead late in the game, get some first down, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to...
Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this one.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over North Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Thomas back to pass. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it. And the offense should be able to run out the clock. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Utes want to crank the tempo. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
And the Utes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Watkins. Here's a Heat. Grab near the marker. It's Van Buren. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little farther.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Thomas looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.